If you could relive 2024 for the second time, what will you do differently? Hey guys, welcome back to the I'm Not Lucky, I'm Blessed podcast, the show where we help small businesses grow. So here's what we're going to cover in today's episode. Number one, we'll reflect on what went well and what didn't in 2024. And then we'll turn those reflections into actionable lessons. And then I'll share my personal experience with you guys from 2024. And then I'll help create a roadmap for an incredible 2025. So grab a notebook and let's dive in. Imagine breaking up with someone and immediately going online to swipe right, or going to the bar to meet someone new, to start a new relationship. And then that relationship don't work, so you try another one, and then another one, and then another one. And after 4 years, you just realize you wasted your whole life. And then your excuses, relationships don't work for me, or my exes are horrible. But what if the problem was us? We never took the time to reflect and heal from our past mistakes. We never got the time to ask ourselves, what should I have done differently in this new relationship? Well, that's how most of us enter a new year. And we are about to do the same thing in 2025. So as we enter this new year, let's start by taking a moment to reflect on what went well for us in 2024 and what didn't. You may be excited to enter a new relationship or a new year, but unless you examine what went wrong with the previous years or relationship, you're going to keep making the same mistakes that you make every year. So here's a great question to ask yourself. If you could relive 2024 for the second time, what would you do differently? Take a minute to answer this question. So how do you take these reflections and turn them into actionable lessons? Here are 3 things I recommend. Number 1, identify the patterns. So think about recurring themes in your life. Did you notice certain habits or decisions that just always happen whenever you set your goals? For example, it could be procrastination or perfectionism, or my favorite one, inconsistency. Meaning you set a goal and then these things are the reasons why you don't start. Well, guess what? That's going to be the next thing on the list. So before moving forward, you must answer this question. What must I eliminate from the previous year? Because you can't get something for nothing. For example, I knew someone who eliminated having sex for 1 year because they wanted to make money. So he had a story. Someone told him that, hey, I made so amount of money because I stopped having sex. And he was like, oh, guess what? I'm going to do the same thing too. So he eliminated sex from his life for up to a year and some months so he can really, really focus on his goal. Now, after you've eliminated distraction, you're going to commit to creating a plan to addressing those patterns and stick with it. My favorite part is create systems for the year. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. So after you have eliminated distraction, you want to commit to those actions. So create a plan that will help you address those patterns and stick with it. For example, you wake up every day and it's automatic for you to brush your teeth, right? There's no distraction. There's nothing, because you know when you wake up, the next thing you do is go into the bathroom and brush your teeth. That's the same way you want to address those goals. You want to make it easy for you to do. One of my favorite saying is, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. So if last year you didn't create the systems for addressing these problems, this year you want to be more intentional by creating systems to address those issues. So now we have identified actionable steps and lessons from 2024. The next question is, what would I do differently from my 2024? For example, I want to do my accounting better for my business. So I identified what about accounting in my business was wrong. So I realized that I wasn't putting all my clients in one payment. So I went out to look for a way to put all my clients in one payment. There's a system for that would charge every client from the same system. Then, secondly, if that's not something I can do, I will outsource it to someone else that can do it. So it could be hiring an accountant and then helping them, a part-time accountant, because as a small business owner, I can't afford a full-time accountant, but I'll get, a part-time accountant to help me with my numbers. So that way, I don't even have to worry about it. And then the third step is collaboration. So there's some people out there that they have what you need and you probably have what they need. So you have to look for a way to find these people and look for a way to collaborate with them. So there were chances I had to work with amazing people that I hesitated on, thinking I could do it all by myself. But next year, I'm committing myself to building more partnership and leveraging collective geniuses. For example, in filming this podcast, I had to collaborate with a client of mine that is good at filming videos, because I know I can do it by myself. And no matter how hard I try, I would never do it. So those are a few of the things that, honestly, I would do differently in 2024 to help my business grow. So as we wrap up, I encourage you to write down your reflections and your plans. Share them with someone who will hold you accountable. And if you found today's episode empowering and helpful, please share it with a friend who could use it. Don't just look at it for yourself. Share with a friend, another small business owner, so they can also get inspired and start the new year right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this journey of self-reflection and growth. Here's to learning from 2024. And if this is your first time listening to the episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Till I see you again, my friend, have an amazing 2025. And don't forget, you're not lucky, you're blessed. Peace.